The first round of government help for American business has already been claimed. Tonight we're getting more of a sense of the demand for funds from the banking side of the equation. Sidhu is the executive chairman of Customers Bank. The bank has funded more than 1,200 PPP loans so far and joins us now. Good evening to you. Thanks so much for joining us, Jay. So do you think banks deserve a little bit more credit perhaps than they've got so far for getting these loans out to people in what is a very short space of time for the scale of project that we're talking about?
I think the banks that did a good job, they deserve the credit. The banks that did a lousy job, they don't deserve any credit. So I don't think you can generalize, but you got to be specific. You know, I mean, this is a crisis, as Kevin, Mr. Wonderful, my favorite, was talking about, of really small businesses more than anybody else. So the government programs with PPP was to help the small businesses get back as quickly as it can happen, because we have a business crisis and then simultaneously we have a development taking place to get rid of and solve the problem with the virus. So what the banks have done and why we took a very lead approach is we said small businesses must be able to keep on functioning. It's very difficult for small, medium-sized businesses to get going again if they're not functioning. That's why PPP is an awesome program.
Kevin, you mentioned some of the big bank brands you've been dealing with. Have you been satisfied with their service?
You know, look, I have to say that they've been conscripted, just like a young man going to the Korean War. They're forced into doing this. You know, Jay, I have to ask you, as a bank, would you ever give out these loans if you didn't have the guarantee specifically that the government was going to backstop you? Because this is not how you make money in the banking business, correct?
Oh, Kevin, the government is giving a gift because government is not in the business of giving gifts. But this is like a gift. Why is it a gift, Kevin? As you know, that this is because we had an unexpected, totally unprecedented virus attacking us. So the businesses needed a gift and the banks had to deliver that. So yes, I was running a very large bank at one time, the top 15 bank in the nation. Selling small loans doesn't move the needle for a large bank. For a small community bank, where the small businesses are the ones who bank with us, it makes a big difference. And so I think it was the duty of the banks to do this.
Jay, what portion of applications that you have received have you been able to fund?
We had about 15% of our applications which were in line on Thursday that we couldn't fund. Everything else, we worked 20-hour shifts, 7 days a week, including on Easter Sunday, to process everything. We gained 350 customers coming in from the big banks as a result of this, where they said, thank you, Customers Bank, you saved us. And we cannot wait for Congress and for the administration to find a darn solution and give us another $250 billion so that wherever this virus ends, which in my opinion, it's going to be sometime over the next few months, that there'll be a treatment. There's no question about it. The world is sorely...
Jay, I hope you get that 250. I really do, because I've got plenty of companies that are still looking for their PPP. But let me put on another hat as a fiduciary. Let me put on another hat as a fiduciary investor, someone who takes care of capital for people who are taking long-term investments. This cannot be great profits for banks. This is not helping you make money. 1% loans, massive administration costs. I mean, I know you're doing it for the country. I applaud you. But going forward, how are you going to deal with your shareholders that are saying, wait a minute, we just did this for free, basically?
No,
how
Kevin, we didn't do it for free. Let me correct you. You are dead, Kevin. Let me correct you. This is not free. All right? We are making between 5% and 3% of all the loans. So we did over $500 million in loans. Okay, we made $15 million in 10 days, Kevin.
Kevin, you're leaving.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Kevin,
I am very glad to hear that as a shareholder. But, you know, there's a reason bank stocks are under such pressure. Not everybody thinks you have enough loan reserves for the result of these loans. And look, I don't want to be not patriotic on this, but I'm asking about the business you're being forced into to actually provide. And can you make money doing that? Would you even contemplate doing this if the government and the taxpayer weren't backstopping you?
No question about that, Kevin. But this is a government program that the government is asking banks to distribute it to to the right businesses. The government is asking us to verify, look at from a Bank Secrecy Act, from a Know Your Customer Act, from the Privacy Act. We are a small business administration approved lenders, and banks have a duty to serve their shareholders, the community, and their customers. So we are just distributing for the government.
And Kevin,
this is not a typical loan for a bank.